from Novato Gymnastics. I'm here to talk to you today about tech neck or text neck, which is a condition that most of us are probably experiencing to some degree because we're all spending so much more time on our electronic devices. So cell phones, tablets, computers, Zoom meetings, all of these things that are part of our virtual reality right now actually take a toll on our body. And it leads to a slumped posture with our head forward and rounded shoulders from looking downward and holding our devices. And it can actually put a lot of strain on our neck, cause stiffness, soreness, pain, headaches, all kinds of things that we really want to try to counteract. So I want to talk to you about ways to help counteract this stress that we're placing on our bodies. So first, obviously take breaks as often as you can. Get up and move. This is for your kids too. Our kids are spending so much more time on Zooms and not getting able to move like they used to. So try to be mindful of your kids' habits and posture as well. So by getting up and moving as frequently as you can, you will increase the blood flow, get some circulation, and just change your position, which is really important. Obviously, we can't do that all the time. So next thing is be aware of your posture. So when you are on a device or using your computer, try to have it at approximately eye level. If you're holding your phone, try to keep it just below eye level so that our head is neutral rather than looking down. When we look down, that's when we get all this extra strain on our neck, and the farther down your neck goes, the more weight basically that your neck is having to endure. So be aware of your posture. In terms of simple stretches you can do even while you're sitting at your computer or your desk working or on Zoom, really simple, shoulders down. You can do it sitting or standing. Try to lift your chest and look backward gently. Hold it for a few breaths. Basically anything that we can do to try to open up the front of our body, our chest, our neck, and or strengthen the back of our body to counteract that slumped position is what we want. So stretching this way, it's really good. Also just a simple sideways neck stretch, tilting the head. So you're dropping your ear toward your shoulder. Of course, breathing and trying to relax as you do that. You'll feel that nice stretch there in those muscles that get so tight from sitting at our computers. Another thing that's really important is the chin tuck. So again, we're trying to get rid of this forward posture. So whenever we can, you can do this again, sitting or standing. We want to try to keep everything in alignment. So pretend like a string is pulling up out of the top of your head. Eyes just gaze forward. And you're going to pull your chin backward as if you're making a double chin until you feel a stretch in the back of your neck. So again, we're staying nice and tall and pulling our chin back, tucking our chin in. So we want to do this. You can do it, hold it for a couple breaths, do it several times to try to counteract that forward posture. So beyond that, there are some stretches we can do. Gymnastic stretches, yoga stretches. Yoga is fabulous for counteracting this sort of thing because it helps you become aware of your posture and your body awareness, your breath, all of those things. And a lot of that totally crosses paths with gymnastics. So basically, I'm going to talk about some stretches that we do here in the gym. A lot of them are the same or very similar to things you may have done in yoga. So you can do it, your kids can do it. The first one is, we call it a mountain here at the gym. If you do yoga, you'll know it as a downward facing dog. So, hands out. You're trying to press your shoulders nice and open and lengthen your back and your shoulders. So mountain position for your kids or downward facing dog. It's really good for opening up the shoulders, getting a nice stretch through the upper back. Another one is Mad Cat that we do at the gym. So I think it's cat-cow in yoga. So tucking the the pelvis under and rounding. And then doing the opposite, looking up, opening up that chest, looking up to the ceiling, pushing those shoulders down. So a mad cat, saggy cow, or a cat cow. Next is seal. You have the kids do this from preschool on up. I believe it's called a baby cobra or a cobra in yoga. So again, trying to lift, look up at the ceiling. I'm not very flexible this way. Trying to stretch the front of the neck, the front of the chest, and just go the opposite direction from that rounding position. Another area that gets really tight is your pecs. When we do this rounding, especially if we're spending a lot of time texting or on our phone, we're in this rounded position, so our pec muscles here get really tight. It's important to stretch those. So you can do simply the W position or field goal position and try to pull your elbows back and down a little bit so you're pinching the bottoms of your shoulder blades, trying to feel a stretch through your pecs. The pecs are a little bit tricky to stretch. I like to recommend going in a corner. You can put your hands on each side of the wall and then press your chest forward, or in a door jamb. Works well for adults. The kids might be a little too small. Put your hands on the door jamb and then gently press your chest forward to feel that nice pec stretch. And then we can also do some work prone, face down, to work on our upper back muscles. So the kids know these as T's, I's, Y's, and W's at the gym. So a T, laying out, and you're gonna lift your arms up. So forehead down, and you lift and squeeze your shoulder blades, and relax, and lift, relax. So that's a T. W's are also really good, so if you put your hands in the field goal position and do that same thing, pressing your shoulders down, but then lifting your arms off the floor, lift and squeeze to try to pinch those shoulder blades together. Lift. W. We also do I's, where we do it with our arms straight out, lifting. And we do Y's in gymnastics, where we put them a little bit apart. Again, shoulders down and lift. So what that will do is that will help to strengthen those upper back muscles to pull everything back in alignment where we want it. Again, anything you can do to strengthen the back and open up the front is what we're looking for. So my last tip is, if you have either of these things, if you have a yoga ball or a foam roller, these are so great. Yoga ball, even just laying over it, to open up, you can open up the chest and stretch the pecs this way. You can just lay on it and stretch and just let it relax and breathe and open up that upper back and shoulder area. Really good to counteract this tech neck position. And then the final thing is with the foam roller, highly recommend these. We can get a nice pec stretch on a foam roller. If you have one of the nice long ones like this, you sit on the end. And you're gonna do our W arm position again. And get a nice pec stretch this way. You can feel it through the chest. Nice stretch. Maybe out to the side. Here. You can also reach up and do one arm down. Just really stretch out those shoulders. Finally, you can take the foam roller and you can just stretch out that upper back. So if you just lay on it this way and open up that chest, you can go arms up or behind your head and trying to just relax and breathe and open up the upper back and the chest region this way. And you can also just roll that. If you roll the foam roller on the thoracic region, you're going to help promote circulation and blood flow, which is also good. Ah, feels so good. So those are my tips to try to counteract this postural issue that we have going from spending so much time on screens. I hope some of those help you. Feel free to try them out on your kids as well. Thanks.